Well, Britain's forgotten slave owners, you've just got yourselves a golden face.
4, actually.
Yeah, to be precise. What an incredible factual that was, an area that I knew nothing about. Where did you start from? Where did the idea come from?
It came from relationships with our colleagues in the academic world at University College London, and they trusted us with what is groundbreaking new academic research. And usually we're a little bit behind the curve when we do history on TV. We're doing stuff that was done a few years ago. This is stuff that's happening now, and we brought new research to the screen, and I'm really proud and pleased for our colleagues at UCL that we've got this award.
Were you shocked at all at what you found? Because it was quite literally unbelievable to think that the compensation had not been addressed for 200 years. I mean, this is 2016. That's incredible.
Well, I think the interesting thing we found, and I'm sure James will say the same, is every time we started talking to friends and colleagues about the series, they'd stop us halfway through and go, "What? The compensation went to the slave owners?"
Yeah, I think that's right. There's always a double take when you say the compensation went here and what? So, I think it was, and as you were making it, you had to sort of pinch yourself to remember quite what you were discovering here. There's sort of one revelation after the other, really.
And I think the series really as well brought it right home to Britain, that ordinary people all over the country owned slaves and profited from it, and then were paid huge sums of money as compensation when they had to give it up. Extraordinary.
Which is just bonkers. And why do you think that the records were completely invisible, untouched for hundreds of years? How is that even possible?
Well, everyone knew they were there. I knew they were there. I'd been to see them. Historians historians doing a biography of one individual would look at their names, but nobody really had the nerve to take on this body of evidence. And it was our colleagues at UCL who had the guts to go in and do the number crunching. And that was a mammoth task. And our series is a product of our cooperation and collaboration with them.
In which order did it happen? So was the academic work happening and you made a TV show out of it, or did the TV show iterate and then you approached academia for support?
I know Catherine, who's one of the directors of the research, and so Catherine and I, we were talking about her work. Everyone in history knew it was happening, and I'd made a previous programme with Catherine, and she was interested in maybe me and a team that we could put together addressing this new research.
And what do you hope the legacy is for the footage that you've got, for the incredible content?
Well, hopefully no one will ever forget, first of all, that slavery wasn't just something that happened in the United States, which I think people often think about.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that the money that came from slavery, the compensation that was paid to the slave owners, helped to build so many British institutions. So we are built on slavery. We shouldn't forget that.
And was that your drive as a team to uncover that, unearth it, and make people face, I suppose, a very shameful history and a period in history?
I think it was partly that. It was also to remember the slaves, and there are some very moving stories about individuals who are named in documents who were slaves, who were otherwise forgotten from history, and to bring up someone like Ambrose, who I think you told the story of.
Yeah, this is the history of the marginalised, history of people who didn't matter because they weren't even considered to be people, and it's their names in the records as well, not just the slave owners, the records of people who were made into property.
Well, gentlemen, thank you very much for making it, and a massive congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
This really is a massive surprise. Thank you so much. When you make a film about Ebola, when you go to West Africa for 6 months and then come home, you don't get invited to many parties. No one really wants to hear your war story, so thank you so much, BAFTA.